Yo, welcome to Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach along with my co-host Mr. Adi Wally. Once again, we talking about the draft and we got our main man in the building, Mr. Vito. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Make sure you go on YouTube, go ahead and check out the previous clips. We just did a pre-draft show. You can go ahead and compare because now we're going to talk about the draft. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Check it out. 2020 draft, crazy draft. First of all, it's so unknown because of the pandemic and everything that was going on. Half these players we haven't seen play probably in almost a year.
Right.
Almost a year. There was no NCAA tournament. So basically, this draft seemed like it was more potential. Start with you, Vito. We're going to talk about Golden State. First of all, Golden State had some terrible news. Klay Thompson, once again, out for the season with a torn Achilles, big time injury. So things might change for Golden State. We'll see. But they drafted number 2. Adi called it. He was right. He said James Wiseman. So Vito, tell me, did the Warriors make the right decision drafting James Wiseman?
Well, I think the Warriors made the right decision last night to draft James Wiseman, but not today. I would have. If we knew the news that we knew this morning, this afternoon, there's no way that you draft James Wiseman. No way. You draft LaMelo Ball. You draft any guard that's going to help Steph Curry, because that Klay Thompson injury, it sounds like it could be devastating. And Achilles injury is at least 12 months. And I don't think we've seen an athlete come back from 2 different injuries to 2 different legs consecutively in 2 different years. So that's a pretty tough blow, I would have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, but as far as like the Wiseman pick, so we know Klay is hurt, but what can Wiseman do for the Warriors right now?
I think he can help. I think he can help a lot. Like I said, last night it was a great pick, right? If you have that whole starting 5 with him, you got Draymond, you got Wiggins, you got Steph Curry. So if you got those guys, they're gonna help him out a lot. He's gonna have to just come out there and play a role, big man. Pick and roll, get rebounds, block shots. But now they're gonna ask for a whole lot more pressure on everybody. So it still could be good, because I still believe in Steph Curry, and Wiggins could grow. So I think it may still be good.
What you think, Adi, about the Wiseman pick going to Golden State?
Well, you know what? To keep it simple, I feel like the Warriors had no choice but to draft James Wiseman. All right. The thing is, we know he's not stopping Anthony Davis or Nikola Jokic, but he can at least slow them guys down, all right? And all he really needs to do is get some more reps and some confidence in his jumper to make it more consistent. And he can be more than just a 7'1" athletic defender with a jump shot. I think he can be more than that with some development with the Golden State Warriors. And I was actually getting kind of excited when the Warriors lied to Bulls fans, make it seem like they was going to get Deni Avdija. Okay? I was like, damn, if the Warriors take Deni Avdija.
I had a feeling Steve Kerr was on one. He was joking around.
Because Anthony Edwards went 1, Avdija 2, and then I knew LaMelo Ball wasn't going to pass 3. So I'm like, damn, Wiseman might fall to the Bulls. And I was like, man, I'll take him on Chicago and put Wendell Carter on the bench or trade Wendell Carter. I really like that. I really like Wiseman.
Right.
And so, you know what? The Klay Thompson injury, he tore it. I mean, his Achilles is messed up, so he's out for the season. And so, but don't forget that the Golden State Warriors do have Minnesota's first-round pick in next year's draft. It's top 3 protected. Okay. So I feel like the Warriors are trying to trade that draft pick to OKC to get Kelly Oubre, who really emerged last year with the Phoenix Suns, to replace Klay Thompson. And I wouldn't overreact too much if I was the Golden State Warriors, because they have Andrew Wiggins. Last year he averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds a game. They also have the 2019 second-round pick, Eric Paschall. He was a all-rookie first-teamer last year on the team. And then you got Steph Curry is 32 years old. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are both 30 years old. Now Klay Thompson, we don't know if he's going to recover from the injury. He might come back to 80%. But I feel like they should, this year probably, they're not going to compete to go to the finals because of the injury to Klay. We don't know if they're going to get Kelly Oubre to fill that void. But the next year after that, when Klay Thompson comes back in 2022, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll see if players come back. This is the second one. He just tore. He had 2 major injuries back to back, so we don't know what Clay we're gonna get. But I think it's a good pick though, because I think Golden State, they was looking for somebody that can help them now and be a future pick. So I think for that purpose, I think it's well. I think it's a good pick. Wiseman, 7'1", athletic, jump, can be a defensive anchor. They still need that, whether they have Klay Thompson or not. They still need somebody who can protect the rim, so they definitely need it. So I think it was a good pick. It was probably the best player at number 2 if they couldn't make a trade, if it wasn't a trade to fall in their lap. So I'm not mad at that pick. He definitely, I think he'll help them right now, and I think 3-4 years now, he'll really, he might be the man in Golden State, or he might be the one that, take over the resurgence of Golden State once Clay and Steph and them and Draymond start to get older. So,
yeah, I agree with that.
So I think it was a move for now and in the future, but I think it was more for the future too. So we'll see. But that Klay Thompson that changed a lot of things. But hey, we Golden State, we know their front office, they're always working. They make moves. So I'm pretty sure.
And they're lying. I would have been shocked if they passed on Wiseman.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State pulls off a fast one in the next couple weeks. So do not be surprised. It might shock some people, but we shall see. Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. We debated this. We didn't know, but all along, the number 1 projected pick was the number 1 pick. Anthony Edwards. He was the number 1 pick. They took him over LaMelo. So, what's your thoughts? I'm gonna go with you, Adi, on this one. What's your thoughts on Anthony Edwards to Minnesota? Did they make the right pick, or should they got Melo?
No, I feel like they made the right pick. They did the right thing. The Timberwolves gave up too much in that Andrew Wiggins for D'Angelo Russell trade, and D'Angelo Russell is their point guard of the future. That's why they made that trade, so they didn't have to get LaMelo Ball. They gave up that first-round pick that I talked about earlier. The Warriors get the Timberwolves first-round pick in next year's draft, top 3 protected. They have to stick with Russell as their point guard. And so now Anthony Edwards, he's in love with the three-point shot. He shoots too many threes. He shot 7.7 three-point shot attempts per game at Georgia last year, and he only shot 29% from the three-point line.
Ouch.
He needs to start using his quickness, his athleticism, and his strength to put more pressure on the defenders in the NBA on the next level. He should have shot more than 5 free throw attempts per game last year. He's very lackluster on the defensive side of the ball. He's nonchalant. He's not really caring too much, but he does have that razzle-dazzle dribble going on. He has a nice step-back jumper, and the fact that the Wolves was the 7th worst team in the NBA in offensive efficiency rating last year, that contributed to them going to get Anthony Edwards a scorer, natural scorer. He's going to give you the points. Yeah. And so I really like the Timberwolves' young nucleus with Karl-Anthony Towns. You get Anthony Edwards. You get D'Angelo Russell. And don't forget about Jared Culver. Yep. He was a rookie last year. He's number 6 overall pick. They traded up to get Jared Culver. Yep. So they got a nice young team. And don't forget, Ricky Rubio is now their veteran to come off the bench at point guard. So he's always in the top 10, even top 5 in assists. So I really like that young team. Don't think they're making the playoffs, but they got a nice young team going on.
Vito, tell me, well, we already know what your stance was on Anthony Edwards. Now that it's official and it has happened, what's your real thoughts about this Anthony Edwards to the Timberwolves?
I think my stance has softened just a little bit, just a slight bit.
Yeah.
It's only because of the fit, right? I think the team fits him. I think that he can slide right in at the 2 guard position, or possibly ride the bench, right? Not necessarily ride the bench, but go to the bench and come off the bench for D'Angelo Russell, right? Because you got Ricky Rubio now, just like Adi said.
Yeah.
Ricky Rubio can come in and instantly take pressure off of Anthony Edwards because he doesn't have to instantly start from day one, which he should as number 1 pick. Which
definitely should start.
Yeah.
I'll get to that a little later.
If he's not starting, that's a red flag.
I'll get to that later. That would be a
red flag.
Well, we got a short period of time before training camp and the season starts. But
listen, number 1.
Ricky Rubio. I was thinking about who's going to be the veteran on that team, and they traded guy Ricky Rubio. I'm like, okay, well that may work. Anthony Edwards is in a good position. I think he went to the right team at the right time.
I agree. I think it's a good fit. I think the fit, more than anything, more than the talent, the fit was there. because you got a big man in Carl Towns, you got a point guard in D'Angelo Russell. They needed another wing. Kobe could be like the athlete, the guy that plays the defense, stick the toughest guy on the other team, get you some buckets every now and then, finish at the rim. You needed somebody on the wing that could put the ball in the hole. So it was a good fit. It was a good pick by Minnesota. If it turns out to be a bust, it wouldn't be because they went after the wrong guy. It just didn't work. But as far as fit, everything that comes with it, he fits that team exactly what they need. There's no question about it. LaMelo Ball. So he's going to the Hornets. So are we gonna be able to finally see LeVar versus Jordan one-on-one?
Pay-per-view. Put it on
pay-per-view. Hey, is that why Jordan drafted him?
Right.
Nah,
finally, I got you.
Yeah, you thought you talked all that trash. You thought but on a serious note, this is I thought he would go to Charlotte. I think everybody pretty much knew if he got the number 3, Jordan was not gonna let him pass. I think he brings some star qualities. I don't know if he's gonna play like a star, but he has the name where he can get people interested because Charlotte was actually number 28 in attendance last year.
Wow.
So I think he would help with that.
No doubt.
About that.
No doubt.
He has a name for that. But I also think he's the most skilled. So Vito, tell me, what do you think about LaMelo to the Hornets with Michael Jordan?
I think that's a good move too. This draft was really built around potential, and LaMelo Ball he's packed with potential, right? He's taller than Lonzo. He has more of a bounce to his step, so he looks like he's a prime prospect. Michael Jordan being in this year, that made Jordan come down and practice. He's not the type of owner that will stay in the booth and not be hands on. So there's a possibility that may happen. He might get a little Michael Jordan and LeVar Ball one-on-one. He come with his gym clothes, so it was a good pick. I believe it was a good pick.
Yes. What you think about it, Adi? LaMelo to Charlotte and Michael Jordan.
Well, you know what? LaMelo Ball's poor shot selection got him shooting. When he was in Australia's NBL, he was shooting 25% from downtown, 37% from the field. And his older brother Lonzo, in his career shooting, he's 34% from downtown, 39% from the field. So apparently their father, LeVar, he just taught him dribbling and passing. Should have taught him more shooting when he was growing up as kids.
Those weird shots, man.
Just dribbling and passing. That's all he taught him. So, the thing is, but I was still hoping that Michael Jordan tweaked and let him fall to the Bulls in '94, but he didn't do it. I knew he
would have loved to have Lamar. I'm not gonna lie.
That would have changed a lot.
It was a little hope, man. It was a little false hope going on there. But the thing is, you know what? I'm thinking about Scary Terry Rozier, okay? The man, I think it's time for him to go to the bench, but he's not going to like that. He didn't like backing up Kyrie Irving in Boston.
He's probably going to get traded.
That's what I'm thinking. I think Terry Rozier is about to be on the move. The man, it's a few teams that need point guards. The New York Knicks, you got Chicago Bulls, with the Clippers, do they want to replace Patrick Beverly in their starting lineup with maybe Terry Rozier? And whoever misses out on Van Vliet and Goran Dragic in free agency may look to trade for Terry Rozier this offseason. I think it's a good pick. I love the move for Jordan. I think Jordan is realizing that he needs. I think for the main reason he's gonna be able to sell LaMelo Ball. Mm-hmm. He'll be able to sell him, and I think that's where it comes out.
That's huge.
That's the biggest thing right now, and people are actually gonna be tuned in to watch the Charlotte finally. Yeah. Like the Charlotte game. Oh, Charlotte on. Okay, let's check them out. So that's huge. Now with his playing style, I think he is the most skilled player in the draft. I think he got the most skills. He can do the most things. But I think you're right. He has to get that shooting together. We need that 3-point shooting. That 3-point shooting got to be at least about 35%. They need to get that up.
He can shoot. He just takes too many bad shots.
Shoot from half court. Come across and just raise.
So he's gonna have to work on that defensively. He's gonna have to be more engaged like his brother. Lonzo is very engaged on defense.
Very.
So he's gonna have to take after his brother a little bit and play a little defense. But 6'7", I love his height. Playing point guard at 6'7", very long, more sneaky athletic. Sneaky athletic. So I think it's a good move. I love it. Like you said, I wish Jordan would have tweaked it and he would have been able to drive to the Bulls, but it didn't happen. So Jordan might have finally found this guy We shall see. Now it's time for the home team. The Chicago Bulls. I mean, they had so many sevens you thought they was playing craps.
Yeah.
But they had so many sevens, but now they finally got the number 4 pick. And they got the number 4 pick in a weird draft. So, I don't know. It really wasn't somebody that was just eye-popping that you could say, we're going to take them at number 4. But Patrick Williams, we've been hearing about the last couple weeks, him rising up the draft boards. Everybody's impressed with his versatility. Supposedly, I don't know how true, a lot of teams were finna line up and go get him. And the Bulls, they marked their territory. AK, the general manager of the Chicago Bulls, said that's our guy, and that's who we're going to get. We're not making a trade. So, Vito, what's your first thoughts about this draft pick of Patrick Williams out of Florida State?
Patrick Williams out of Florida State came off the bench, which is normally a bad sign, right? Not in this case. Patrick Williams came off the bench for, NBA talent prospects. Prospects that are NBA talented, probably going to the league themselves. He got drafted over those guys, right? So we have to have faith in this organization, this new regime, AK, what we like to call them so far. We have to believe in him because they like to dig deep into the talent pool and pull out gems. He may be a gem, athletic, with his 6'8", 220, can jump, can run, has a defensive-minded, stance on the game. I like it a lot.
What about you, Adi? What was your thoughts? What's your first initial thoughts about the Bulls' number 4 pick, Patrick Williams out of Florida State?
Well, you know what? The bad news is his three-point shot is not good right now. He shot 32% from behind the arc last season. He did not start for Florida State as a freshman, and he's a developmental offensive player, right? But the good news is defense is his specialty, all right? He's 6'8", 225, and he can guard the wing and the power forward position. He's very good in help defense. He's a quick leaper to get a lot of blocks down there in the paint, and he crashes the boards, which is great because the Bulls was the 5th worst team in the league in blocks and the 2nd worst team in rebounds. Now, offensively, he's solid. He's a really nice finisher in the paint. He will put it down, he will dunk on you and things like that. And the man, he has a nice pull-up jumper. He can do the pick and roll, hit the jumper. And also, he shot 84% from the free throw line, which is very encouraging. Maybe he can expand that range. You can see he got a nice form on him. He just needs a lot of practice. And so, he's a very unselfish player. Exactly what the Bulls need. He doesn't care about getting a bunch of shots out there. He just want to do all the little dirty work, do the other things on the court. He was the ACC 6th man of the year, and he's the 2nd youngest player in this entire draft. All right, and him being 6th man of the year, he's going to be comfortable with his role with the Bulls. He's going to be backing up Otto Porter Jr. I know Roach thinks the Bulls are going to trade Otto Porter, but I don't see. He makes $29 million.
I do too.
He has 1 year left on his contract, so he'll be a free agent in 2021. I don't know which team is going to try to take on that $29 million. Yeah. Well, I think he's going to be there. I think Patrick Williams is going to be coming off the bench this year, learning on the go, getting about 20 minutes a game, and then in 2022, we'll see him in that starting lineup.
Are you sure he's not going to be starting this year?
I'm pretty sure. Starting off like at the beginning of the season.
So you don't think it's a possibility they might put him at power forward and Wendell Carter actually might be the odd man out?
You think no one pick in the draft?
Yeah, I'm just be wary. So for all the attributes you just said is exactly what the Bulls need. Some athleticism, somebody who can go rebound, who can guard multiple positions. This is what made him, according to a lot of people, this what made him sprout up the draft board, his versatility, defensive versatility. And remember, here's a guy, he played point guard in high school. He played point guard, so his dribble skills are not bad. He also shoots over 80% from the free throw line. So he's reliable in that aspect. 3-point shooting was a little down, but I think you touched on it. He does have a good form. It looks like it can be fixed. It's not like a bad shot like Lonzo or one of them, a bad shot. It's not a bad form. It's just, he probably just missed something. So I think that could be corrected. So but I'm with you also, Vita. This is more of a potential down the road pick. This is more of a gem pick. But I do like the athleticism. I like the size, 6'8", 225. Him being able to play defense right away, switch out on people. I think he'd be able to, pick and roll. He'd be a good defender on pick and roll, running the court. So I think I like the move for the Bulls. I like the idea of what they did. Now, is Patrick Williams that good? We're going to see, because he did come off the bench. That is a fair point.
Averaged 9 points a game.
He did average
off
9
the bench,
which is that's really good. Actually,
playing with NBA pros.
So that's true. So you can look at it, but I do like the move. The Bulls, they didn't go for it. They went for the player they thought had the most upside. And I'm not mad. And like you said, it's okay. We're not gonna hold this regime that's in the front office of the Bulls responsible for what the old regime did. Okay, so I'm gonna give them a chance. I kind of like what I'm reading about this kid. So we shall see.
I'm gonna tell you about. You know what? Another reason why I'm cool with the pick is because what's the alternative? So who was you gonna pick? Coro. So I wasn't in love with Killian Hayes. He did fall to number 7, and so you had Halliburton. He fell to number 12. So I didn't want another Iowa State person. I didn't want another Iowa State.
Hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to switch the conversation, but that Halliburton going to
Sacramento Kings.
That's crazy. Is De'Aaron Fox on the move or something?
No.
Are they gonna play them together?
They're gonna play them together. They're gonna put what's the other gentleman?
Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
He may be the one that's the odd man.
Well, he's gonna be gone anyway. But they
think so.
Yeah, I think he asked for a trade. I think he wants out of there. But I was just curious that you had De'Aaron Fox, who's one of the up and coming point guards already. And they draft. So that was just
Halliburton. You know what the problem with him is? They had the Bulls. A lot of people thought the Bulls would get him, but like I was saying on the previous show, the man, he's not super athletic, he's not explosive. He's a very intelligent guy. I think he'll play a good 10 years in the league as a solid backup point guard type of guy. But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like the alternative to Patrick Williams, I like it. He has a lot of upside. We can't expect a lot from him in his first year.
Exactly.
He's the second youngest player in the entire draft. He has a lot to work. He has a very good work ethic. He needs to work on that jump shot. Like you said, he played point guard in high school. That's what. He's very good in the pick and roll. So that lets me know why he's good in the pick and roll. He can dribble the ball, go off the screen, pull up or pass to his teammate. So he's versatile. He's an interesting guy, you know. So I agree with it. I can't hate on him.
Nah,
I believe in the new regime. That's my whole thing. Believe in them.
I'm believing them because they have a proven track record. That's what it comes down to. I've seen this. Yes. They what they helped build with Denver. So
yes,
and Eversley, the general manager, Eversley came from Philly. Yeah, and my man AK Schultz came from the Denver Nuggets.
So they got some pedigree. So we'll see. So as far as a potential pick, I love the height. I love the athleticism. I love the fit. And I think he will be able to play right away. Not like as you say, Adi, not because of his offense, because he can play defense. And I think he's going to be on the court because of that. Now I don't know if he's going to start, but he's going to get a lot of minutes. So memo to Laurie Marketing, Wendell Carter, y'all better step y'all game up because they didn't just draft him forward for no reason.
Right. So
this is a statement to them. So be ready to go. This is a new regime. They don't care about who drafted you before. So we will see.
Chandler Hutchinson might take his spot.
I like Chandler Hutchinson.
This draft was like I say, I've already said this draft was a crazy, weird draft. It's unknown, but even in the unknown draft, some players might slip unexpectedly. So Vito, who was a player in the draft? He was like, wow, I didn't expect him to go that low.
I didn't expect Obi Toppin to go that low. I didn't. Everybody had him at 4 for the Bulls, and I didn't think he would slip past 5 or 6 after we didn't pick him, but he did. He ended up slipping down to number 9, number 10.
Number 8 to the Knicks.
Number 8 to the Knicks.
I'm sorry, number 8 to the Knicks. Yep. So that was a shock to me.
And they already got Julius Randle had a pretty good season with them.
They got a whole roster from power forwards.
Yeah, Portis.
Portis. Well, they're gonna. He's gonna be gone. Portis. They're not exercising his options, so he's gonna be gone.
Lots of ex-Bulls on that team, but anyway, Obi Toppin and what's our guy Denny? He slipped a lot.
Yeah, Denny slipped.
You're talking about 1 through 5 for him. He slipped way down. So those are the two that really stuck out to me.
No question about Denny. I thought the Bulls was actually going to select him at number 4. I did too. What about you, Adi?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna talk about Denny Avdia. He fell to number 9 to the Washington Wizards. All right. Now he's the third Israeli player in league history to sign a deal with the NBA. Okay. And so remember the guy Omri Caspi, the former Sacramento King.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT of Israel. Okay. He's the best basketball player in Israeli history. Okay. So he's the number 1 guy. So, but Denny Avdia, when he played in the EuroLeague, the second best league in the world, he had a limited role. He only played 14 minutes, 4 points a game when he was in the EuroLeague. But unfortunately for Denny, he's always compared to Luka Doncic, who in the same league averaged 26 minutes and 16 points a game in that same league, so that hurt him. But really, the real problem with Denny is his shooting, okay? The man shot 55% from the free throw line and 27% from downtown. And so the man, but he is a really good slasher and cutter to the paint. He did shoot 59% from inside the three-point line, and he's a very good passer when he drives to the hole. But now he's a wizard, okay? The man is going there with John Wall says he's finally healthy. He says he's going to be trying to make the All-Star team. He feels better than ever and everything. Bradley Beal, maybe they're going to keep him. Maybe they won't trade Bradley Beal. Maybe they keep Wall and Beal together. And we also know they're going to keep their guy, the rookie they just, the number 9 overall pick for 2019, the black Japanese American guy, Japanese and black Hachimura. Hachimura. Yeah. So they drafted him. He was an all-rookie second teamer last year. So he's on a decent little squad. And then, so Denny, he needs to be shooting and shooting and shooting some more. That's all he needs to be doing is shooting all day, all night, because that's why he slipped to number 9 to the Wizards.
Yeah, I thought he would go higher, because for the reason you said, his versatility and everything he could do on the court. I mean, his 3-point shooting, the shooting got to get better, but he had so much versatility. I thought our team was gonna jump up there and get him. I also thought we talked about it earlier, Tyrese Halliburton. I know the Knicks. I'm not mad at the Knicks. That was a little surprising them getting Obi Toppin with all the power force. I thought that's who they were going to get, because they need a point guard too. Because I don't think R.J. Barrett is a point guard. I think he's a slasher. I don't think he needs to be playing point guard.
Who is a point guard? I'm shocked. They got Galloway or
Moutier or somebody?
No. We gonna let the.
I look at their roster. I just didn't see a starting. I didn't see a guy who should be starting at point guard in the NBA.
They brought
the New York Knicks.
Oh, you know what? They had the guy from France.
Frank
Nikita. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think he was switching out with somebody. It's a lot of. See, you got players over there like Kevin Knox, who we thought was gonna be good out of Kentucky.
Right.
Look like he's gonna be a bust.
Yeah.
But once again, I always bring this up. It depends. Sometimes the organization you go to can make you look worse than what you really are.
Knicks.
And the Knicks might be one of those organizations where maybe Kevin Knox need to go somewhere else. So I just hope that don't happen to Obi Toppin. That's all I'm saying.
He got Tom Thibodeau.
True. So, and they got Leon Rose now. They got just like the Bulls. They got a brand new front office. They got a new coach. So
they gonna get. So they didn't draft a point guard because they trying to get Russell Westbrook or something.
Oh no.
Maybe that's why they didn't draft.
I'm hearing so many rumors
about Russell Westbrook.
Oh no. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Because he loves. They say he loves to play on the team. Yeah. He can just shoot all the shots, get the triple double, and be a all NBA teamer. Go to the first round and lose. Be a first round out.
46 minutes from Tibbs though.
Yeah, so that might be that's a perfect situation.
Actually, that might work out.
Shoot the ball up, go out there and beat Luau Dane.
Nah, Knicks don't do it. Look, the Knicks don't do it. Look, I love Russell Westbrook, but nah, the Knicks need to be smooth, draft correctly, and build your team step by step. Don't try to overdo the process, because every time you try to do it, it doesn't work out. So you got to take a different approach. We'll see. But yeah, I thought Tyrese Halliburton. I thought him going to Sacramento. I thought that was a big surprise, and also Denny. I thought actually Patrick Williams going number 4 was a little shocker as well. I've heard he was moving up the draft board, but I didn't know that the Bulls was going to get him at number 4.
That might be the shocking riser of the draft.
That's
the most shocking riser.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe that's a surprise, but Anything else surprise y'all in this draft? Anything?
Well, I was going to talk about Halliburton.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to 12. Because he's going to come off the bench. They got, Buddy Hield, they get Harrison Barnes. You say Buddy Hield one side. I know he's trying to get a contract with the Kings, and he was trying to get a big deal, but I think they need to try their best to keep him.
Well, you got to remember, last year they put him on the bench. They put him on the bench for Boban, the guy that
Bogdanovic that got traded to the Bucks,
but that's what that trade.
He's gonna come back to the Kings.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a lot going on right there with Buddy. So I don't know. Buddy Hield felt slighted last year about that. So I don't know if he really wants to play that. But then again, Sacramento do not have to trade him, so he might have to play there anyway.
Stick it out.
Any surprises that you thought?
And the fact that all three of my Duke boys got drafted last night, that was a shocker too, because I thought one of them was going to get left out. But
which one you thought was going to get left out?
My sleeper.
The big boy?
No.
Oh, we talking about Cassius. Yeah, Cassius Stanley, the dunker.
The dunker. He didn't go to what, like 47 or no 57?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, he was a second round pick. Yeah, second round pick.
Yeah, so no 54. He went 54 to the Indiana Pacers.
Okay, yeah. So he's a very exciting guy.
He's 22 though. 21 and 22. So
that's old now.
Very old.
That's old. Like, wait, why you got to stay in college that long? You must not be that good.
But he wasn't in college long. He was a freshman. That's when done. So he was in high school a long time.
What the hell?
Wait a minute.
You just threw me for a loop with that one.
You caught me off guard.
In today's basketball, they're able to go to do prep school, and this prep school thing is kind of almost like a cheat code. If your birthday's late, right, you may be 18 when you graduate from high school, right? But if you go to prep school, you'll be 19. So you go to 19 and then sometimes even 20, which this guy actually really did. Went the prep school route. Now he's a little bit older. He got one and done college, so technically he should probably be like a junior, which I thought was going to be the main reason why he didn't get drafted. Like the gig is up. Oh my God. Okay, you waited too long. You tried to cheat the system, and they finally caught up with you, but it didn't. He got drafted second round. Kudos to him. I love my Duke guys. So.
I like what the Suns did. First they went and got Chris Paul, and then now you got Booker. Now you got a big man. Then they went and got Jalen Smith. I thought that was a nice move.
That was sneaky.
Yeah, somebody who could score, run the court, athletic. And it's gonna play alongside A. I love that move right there. I thought Philly did really good last night. They made some key trades. I like what they did, getting Tyrese Maxey well too.
I was gonna say with that surprise. My surprise was what you just talked about, Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah. With number 10 going to get Jalen Smith, because all of my drafts I saw your sleeper pick, Jalen Smith from Maryland. I didn't see anybody in the top 10. And the thing is, he's with Phoenix, and in January, that's when I started to give up on the Bulls season, and I started watching a lot.
You made it to January?
Yeah.
You incredible. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't make it past November.
Yeah, man.
I never give up on the board.
I was like, damn, man, this is depressing. So I started watching a lot of Big Ten basketball.
Okay.
And I saw the man, Jalen Smith, out there doing his thing, scoring in a variety of ways. The man had post-game, nice face-up game, hit the three-point shot. He had a really good game. 29 points, 4 for 6 from the three-point line, 11 rebounds against Indiana. I'm like, that's pretty nice. And so, the big trade, Phoenix Suns, they're making the playoffs next year. They traded Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, a 2022 first-round pick, and 2 other guys for CP3, Chris Paul, to team up with my first ballot All-Star snub of 2020. Devin Booker, they're going to be doing anything, and then the 2018 first-round pick, DeAndre Ayton, he's there to show that he can do his thing, and then you get Dario Saric. He is a stretch forward, but I want my man Jalen Smith to, he's 6'10", only 225 pounds. I want him to put on at least 10 to 15 pounds of muscle weight, and the Phoenix Suns haven't been to the playoffs since the 2009-2010 season when they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire lost to Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol in the Western Conference Finals. So I'm surprised they went with Jalen Smith. That was a good pick. And I do want to talk about the Boston Celtics, what they did. They did not force the issue and try to solve their big man issue within this draft. With the number 14 pick, they got arguably the best shooter in the draft.
Yeah.
Aaron Nesmith from Vanderbilt. He was my sleeper pick before the draft happened. The guy, he's been compared a lot to Buddy Hield in his draft. So and then they went and got the guy from Oregon, the point guard, Peyton Pritchard. All right, the Oregon Duck. This guy slipped in the draft because the NBA frowns upon guys that stays all 4 years in college.
Stay all 4 years.
But his senior year was his best year. He had 20 points a game, 5 assists, 41% from the three-point line. He is a sniper from very deep, and the guy has some very entertaining ball handling skills. He has very nice court vision. So the Celtics big man rotation, Enes Kanter, who else they got? Daniel Tice. They got the young boy Robert Williams. So they still need to get a big man.
Robert Williams actually might be decent.
He was serviceable.
I think he's young too. I think if they start getting him, I mean, he showed some flashes in the playoffs last year. I think
rim protect.
Yeah, but I think he can be. He's tall enough. He's the most athletic guy they got.
No doubt.
He's the guy that if Kemba Walker penetrates to the hole and throws it up, he's the guy that can go get it on the team. So, I mean, watch out for Robert Williams this year, actually, for the Celtics.
Super athletic.
Yeah, watch out for him. So, anybody else?
Detroit Pistons had a good. I mean, they had 3 first-round picks.
I kind of want to kill him Hayes for the Bulls, but I love the Pistons getting him. I mean, that's exactly what the Pistons needed.
Exactly what they needed.
They needed a starting point guard, and I thought that was a great move.
Because can't depend on Rose, right?
Yeah.
Rose is going. They're gonna trade him. They got new front office in there too. So he's gonna get traded. The Pistons, they finally said, you know what? We're gonna just break this thing down. And we're gonna build up, from scratch. That's what you gotta do.
What they're doing. Blake Griffin needs to be moved.
He needs to be moved.
I thought they were gonna be moved on draft day.
Yeah,
they probably tried.
They scared of his knee. I think teams are scared of his knee.
They might have tried.
Yeah, he's gonna get traded before the end.
But the Pistons also got the man Isaiah Stewart from Washington,
That was a good move,
Jamaican guy, and also the man from Villanova, 19 overall pick, Sadiq Bey.
Yep.
He's like 3-and-D type of dude. So they got 3 young guys coming in there. The rebuild is on. They'll be in the lottery next year. So Killian Hayes needs to work on his right hand. Definitely needs to work on that, but they got a nice young nucleus to work.
Absolutely. So now, Vito, what's your overall thoughts about this draft right now? What's your feelings about this draft?
I would have to say it's the most unusual draft we've ever seen, and I mean we predicted it to be that way, and it actually happened. We got a bunch of guys that really are unknown. A lot of these NCAA guys, they didn't have opportunity to show what they normally show, right? Yeah. No conference tournament, and not the major ones. No conference tournament, no NCAA tournament, and then also to put the icing on the cake, there was no combine. There was no scrimmaging. We didn't see none of that on NBA TV, right? Because it didn't happen. They didn't go to Moody Bible to get tested out. The interviews were Zoom interviews, so it was very unusual. Yeah. Every pick in this draft to me, from number 1 to number 60, was a basic, I guess you can say a give me pick or a project. Everybody's a project to me because there was no person in this draft that we know for a fact bet our money on that's going to be a superstar. Other than maybe you say Ball, but I think the jury's still out because we still have not seen him play against true NBA professionals and dominate, or even the top level college players, right? It's true. Top level is the NCAA tournament. Yep. You going up against a team full of seniors that are hungry, and you go out there and ball them as a freshman or whatever. That's how we know that you're going to be a good player. Yeah. Not going against Australia's best. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a professional league. Yeah, all these guys that played in professional leagues overseas, they get a little bit of credit because the professional leagues are raising their level. NBA ball is totally different. So all these guys.
We'll see. What's your overall thoughts about this draft, Adi?
Well, you know what? Not to be a negative Nancy, but you know what? This might be like the 2013 draft. Okay, where that was a pretty terrible draft. I mean, you had the three best players. Number 2 overall pick, Victor Oladipo. He had number 15 overall pick, the Greek Freak, Antetokounmpo. Number 27 overall pick, Rudy Gobert. Okay, and then he had a lot of busts. You had number 1 pick, Anthony Bennett for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3 pick, Otto Porter Jr. to the Washington Wizards. You had the number 4 overall pick, Cody Zeller to the Hornets.
Zeller's serviceable though.
He is serviceable. Number 4 pick, but number 5 overall pick, Alex Lynn to the Phoenix Suns. So this might be one of the drafts where you really can't, it might be something like the 2013 draft. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm with both of y'all. Both of y'all make. I just think this is a draft is unknown. I don't see the superstar. I don't see like last year we saw Morant and Zion. We was like, okay, we know
dominant.
There is no question. They're gonna when they get to playing, they're gonna kill. I don't see that really in this draft. I see a lot of solid players. I see a lot of solid players. A lot of role players. I mean, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I just don't see the number 1. Now, that could be different because, once again, we haven't seen anybody. Maybe one of these guys are the guy, but we haven't seen enough. And that goes back to what we talked about. No NCAA tournament, no draft combine, none of that. So we just don't know. But I just, as far as the talent-wise, I don't see spectacular. I mean, LaMelo Ball, I think he's the most skilled, but I don't see like somebody like, oh yeah, when that guy gets on the court, yeah, it's gonna be trouble. I don't see that guy, but I do see some good players. I see some solid players. I see some players that can have some good careers. I see players that it's a lot of versatile players in this draft. I will see that. A lot of players that can defend, shoot, rebound, do other things. Don't do one thing particularly like great, but they do a couple things really good that'll make them all kind of serviceable. So I could be wrong, but I just don't see the superstar in this draft, and that's where I'm going at.
Best player.
Okay, so we gonna do that. Go ahead, Adi. Who do you think will be the best player out of this draft? Before it's said and done.
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo.
Yeah.
What about you?
LaMelo Ball.
Woo.
Yeah. And before, LaMelo. What do you say?
I'm gonna go LaMelo. Yeah. I'm gonna go LaMelo.
I'm gonna go with Wiseman.
That could be. That could be.
Yeah, okay.
That could be.
The only reason why, because I started to visualize and think, who could he be like, right? And I think Kevin Garnett. And maybe not the mental edge, that toughness, but from a size and skill standpoint, coming in that young, he shows shades of it. He has a shade of it. He like the
I think his Instagram name is the Big Ticket or something like that.
Really? So I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so,
something like the Big Ticket something. So that's huge.
I like it. I like him. He's 7'1". That's one thing. That's 7'1", and he can jump. And he's athletic. He's an athletic 7'1". Is he 7'1", right?
He's 7'1".
He's 7'1". He's an athletic 7'1". That could be that could make a difference.
I call him a taller.
It's high.
I'll say he's a taller, more athletic Serge Ibaka to me. You know what I'm saying? Like his floor would be like Serge Ibaka. You know, someone that can shoot, somebody that can defend in the paint. He's taller, and he definitely has more leaping ability than Serge. And so you know, Kevin Garnett, wow. That would be incredible.
So no love for Anthony Edwards, number 1 pick. Nobody think he's gonna be the best player in the draft. No love. So I just want to get that out here right now. No love for Anthony Edwards.
Potentially, he could be the best player that came up.
Is he gonna be the best player?
I say LaMelo.
I don't think so.
You say LaMelo. I mean, you say Wiseman.
I say Wiseman.
We both say LaMelo. We'll see. Anthony Edwards may shut us all up. You know,
right?
I mean, he is number 1 pick. I mean, he's
Avila may shut us up.
We shall see. 2020 year continues to be crazy and unknown, and we just had a crazy 2020 draft. Only one more thing. Only thing, we didn't see as many trades as I thought we was gonna see. So that was a little surprising play. Now looking at the draft, I totally understand. If I was Jim, I don't know if I would want to jump up and grab some of these guys either. But crazy draft. We shall see. Me and Adi both say LaMelo is going to be the best player in this draft. Vito, the draft expert, says James Wiseman is going to be the best player. So we shall see. You've been watching Spectator Sporting. I'm Zachary Roach, along with my co-host, the architect, Mr. Adi Wiley. Shout out to Vito. Thanks for once again for coming over here, talking draft. Until then, in the meantime, we out. Peace.